Back in college, my friends and I got into the habit of exploring abandoned buildings. We've seen some incredible places and have gotten some pretty cool souvenirs. I don't really condone taking stuff from some buildings, but if it is about to be torn down and contractors have taken out everything they deem to be worthy, then I'll gladly take the depression glass they left behind. Well, I digress. It's a small group of friends that goes exploring with me, and I love introducing new people to it. A friend of mine had asked me to, on several occasions, if I could take him somewhere because he never went exploring before. I decided to take him to an old paper factory that didn't have much inside, but had an absolutely beautiful view of the city from the roof. Also, it was incredibly easy to get in and out of. We went with a few other people, but two of my friends had decided to wait outside for us since they had already been in the building a few too many times to find it interesting anymore. As we went to climb inside, a drunk couple came out. Not unusual, a lot of people used the building to smoke, drink, or paint. And we asked if there were many people inside. They said they thought it was mostly empty, but they heard someone banging around a few floors up. That startled them out. They said he sounded angry and maybe we should avoid the roof. Since we weren't there to drink or anything, the roof was our only goal. We decided we'll take our chances and head up there. After all, it was a massive building, and we didn't think we would run into the guy. We walk up 10 flights of stairs and then climb the ladder to the roof. My friend is impressed, and the view is awesome. As we're about to head back down, my friend waiting on the street calls us. He says that a man has passed out in the street and the two of them pulled him out of the way of traffic and called an ambulance for him. They suggest we wait on the roof to avoid exiting the building while the cops were there. Neither of us can afford the $5,000 fine or 2-week jail time just for looking at the city from an abandoned building. We wait, but we probably shouldn't have waited on the roof. We get the all clear from my friend to come back down and we head to the ladder. My friend goes first and then our flashlight dies. The ladder is tricky to get onto when you can't see it and it's missing some rungs. So I come down very slowly in the dark, afraid of hurting myself. I hop down and my friend tells me very quietly that he hears someone in the room next to us. I shrug it off. We already know people are in the building. Then, the screaming starts. At first, it almost sounds like one of my friends who waited outside yelling my name. I hesitate at the top of the stairs, just outside the door of the room the screaming is coming from, trying to decide if it's him and he's trying to play some sort of prank. The guy I came into the building with grabs my wrist and we start running down the stairs. At this point, it's obvious it's not my friend and it is just guttural, intense screaming. We start running down the stairs and then hear really loud banging to go with the screaming. It sounds like this guy has a very heavy object that he is swinging at the walls and exposed pipes with. There's only one flight of stairs because every other way down is out of order. So we are trapped in this stairwell and it's 10 flights till we reach the ground floor, and we have to book it to the opposite side of the factory and back out the hole we climbed through. Besides screaming and swinging that heavy object, we hear him barreling down the stairs behind us, but he is at least one floor behind. Whatever he is using to hit the walls and pipes with is clearly enough to do some damage to our skulls because a bit of brick chipped off the wall, following us down the steps. And that's when my friend grabs my wrist again and throws me through the nearest door. We've only made it down 3 floors, and at the beginning of each flight of stairs, there's one door that opens onto the entire level. In other words, it is painfully obvious where we've gone. After flying into this room, we notice it has been gutted like every other floor, but more of the windows are boarded up and it's very dark. All that's in the room to hide behind are some pillars. We get behind one and huddle together. This guy stops outside the doorway to the room we are in, and he's still screaming. It's terrifying. Then, he starts swinging his weapon around and slamming it into the door frame. We're sure he is going to come in, and the only way out is the door he is currently standing in. Neither of us ever look around the pillar to see the guy, and we have no idea what his weapon is. Nearly 4 minutes pass, and he hasn't stopped screaming. For whatever reason, he doesn't come into the room we are in, but starts running down the stairs. We can hear him hitting pipes and smacking the walls, and we just wait. We have 7 floors to go down, and we could pass him in any doorway on the way down. Eventually, the screaming and banging stops, but we still think we should wait. That's when we hear something from a different corner of our room. There is just enough light from a window in the back that hasn't been boarded up, and we see a figure get up off the floor. This person has been in the room with us the entire 7 or 8 minutes we've been in there, and they haven't let on until now. This person, who is in front of the only light source, so we only see a total black figure, is now shuffling towards us without making a sound, exactly like in a zombie movie. And we run. We don't bother to find out what this person's deal is and temporarily forget about the first clearly dangerous guy. For an asthmatic, I hauled ass down the stairs and never paused to catch my breath even once. As we are reaching the bottom of the stairwell, the screaming starts again. It's coming from the room next to us, but we don't stop running. The hole in the wall that we climbed through to get into the building is yards away, and this man comes crashing out of the room behind us. We never looked back and climbed through the hole so fast I don't even remember doing it. Our 2 friends are waiting for us, and we throw ourselves into the car. They ask what happened because apparently that man was so loud that they could hear him screaming and breaking things from outside the building. They thought we were making all the noise, and were going to give it a few minutes before calling us to remind us that the police were still patrolling the area for drunk underage college students, and we should probably shut up. We tell them what happened, and then decide to carry on with our plans for the night, because a beer was totally necessary after that.